Hi, I'm Alexandra Lowe. I'm an ADHD coach at the ADHD Centre. In this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about ADHD, but I thought I'd tell you through my own ADHD journey. As a child, I was always bounding with energy, always saying the first thing that came to my mind, always doing 100 things at the same time, starting things and never finishing, interrupting people, not remembering what I was meant to say. It was quite a chaotic life. But I was a musician, and right from a very early age, I practiced my singing, I practiced my instruments, I was in a choir, and that discipline really was a lifesaver, because by doing that and by having to be at rehearsals on time and having to work with other people and work in a fairly constrained situation, that sort of gave me a coping mechanisms right from the very beginning. But as I got older and through adolescence and at university, I began to realise that I had very little control over my emotional reactions. And anger management was a huge issue. I would just get explosive with anger. And I think what was happening was that, something would confuse me, then something else would then set me off track. Something else would then get me anxious and worried. A fourth thing happened and I was confused. And by the fifth thing, I just exploded. And the people that I was with thought, what on earth is going on? And they couldn't handle it. And so they'd give me a wide berth, or at least that's what I thought. So when things really got to a head, I realised I needed some help. And I went to a therapist, and through just talking things through, verbalising, expressing things that I thought no one understood. But clearly this therapist really understood where I was coming from. He was ADHD as well. And he was the one who suggested that I start doing some mindfulness practices. But that just cleared the fog. It was like when I wore glasses for the first time. I just suddenly thought, oh goodness, I can see, and I can see clearly. And that clarity, which was due to the medication, but also to the fact that someone was listening to me and supporting me and then giving me really concrete tools, that changed my life. I could just see things as they were. I could begin to take stock of my life. I could begin to do things one at a time. I could just put things on pause. I just had much more perspective on my life. I came across coaching a bit by accident by going to a free coaching course. And I suddenly realised, gosh, I've been doing this all my life in my singing teaching. In my singing teaching, it's one-to-one lessons. I go through a whole program. It's called a 5-point program, where I give confidence and competence, so building up skills. So coaching, I started having coaching, and that really married with my experience of therapy and with the medication. And I thought, this is what I need to be doing for the rest of my life. In the coaching process, what I was encouraged to do was to find key phrases that could bridge, shall we say, from being in a state of panic or out of control into a state of calm again. And those bridge phrases were really, really important. I think my favourite one was, so what am I going to do now? And what that helped me is to take ownership, that I had to decide, I had to stop, I had to think, I had to do something practical. And that got me over the hump of either the panic or the fear or the aggression into a place where I was in more control. In the next video, I'm going to talk about the ADHD Centre and why it's really the best place to go if you have ADHD. It really is possible to make a change to overcome the symptoms of ADHD. So give us a ring, find out what you can do to change your life.